Welcome home, Bitcoin truth seekers. It is January 1st, 12:05 p.m. here in the Arizona desert. As always, BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there. Now, looking at the Coin 360 universe in squares, let's refresh that, give it a second to figure itself out. It's a bit of a red day. While that's refreshing, let's look at Bitcoin trading volume. Okay, while that's refreshing, let's refresh uh, spot trading on Binance. So spot trading on Binance is coming in at 11,899,000,000, down 20% last 24 hours. That is pure shit spot trading volume. So terrible spot trading volume. Looking at derivatives, we're at 38 billion, down 20% also last 24 hours. So for spot, you want to be at least 30, really more like above 50 for a good day. For derivatives, you want to be above 75. We ain't nowhere near that, and we are dropping. And looking at the 7-day graph here, you can see it's been on the way down for a little bit. So that sucks ass. There's no volume. Bitcoin trading volume, my God, the Bitcoin trading volume is so bad that BitcoinTradingVolume.com is broke. Well, anyway, I looked at it earlier and it wasn't even 3 billion. So we got, and that's basically Bitcoin trading volume across the big exchanges. Well, there ain't none happening. This is really looking at retail numbers. Who knows what the whales are doing OTC? All right. If this has refreshed and gotten itself happy here, let's give it a second. Come on now. All right. Come on now. I don't trust it. That's too green. All right. So looking at Coin 360, looking at the crypto universe in squares right now, as you can see, a mix of green and red. I think this thing is just not refreshing quick enough. It's mostly red, I think, really right now. But anyway, Bitcoin coming in at 47,595. The dominance is 41%. So right now, BTC and ETC, looking at the hourly, are both in the green, slightly up. All right, maybe we are seeing a bit of a perk up in the market. We'll look at Bitcoin in a short trading volume, and we'll see if this reflects reality. Definitely what has been green and red, the market back and forth. Let's see what's going on. Bitcoin trading volume again. Let's see if it can come up. Let's see if it'll come up. No, it doesn't want to play. All right, so looking at the BitMEX calculator here, blockchain whispers basically. I'm sorry, I'm backwards. Blockchain whispers looking at the Bitcoin trading volume right now, not last 24 hours, but right now. Blockchain whispers, Bitcoin trading volume on Binance right now is 73% long, 26% short. Definitely a long bias there, although I'm not sure if it's well placed. Looking at Ethereum on Binance, longs versus shorts, 75% long, 24% shorts. Not bad at all. Okay, Bitcoin trading volume, are you back? Nope, it's gone. All right, so, okay, what we're seeing here, why I kind of put this image up here is basically, check this out. I think this has been going on for around 27 days. You could arguably say about 26 days, but this is just a pattern that I see. And I just call it like it's a whale ranging pattern. So this is Bitcoin. And the gray zone here is the gray zone, kind of no man's land. Not much is really happening. This is a 45-minute chart. And we kind of start this little ranging pattern around the 6th of December. So as you can see, I know that this is a little bit more volatility I tend to see in these, but not exactly. Let's nail this down a little bit. It'll look a little bit more clear. As you can see, for almost 30 days now, got the gray zone, no man's land, hard to play. But if you're a whale and you're doing big over-the-counter trades, or you just got a lot of money and you're doing big-ass market orders and you're on that big conference call, you know, you're a longer and a shorter, you're using leverage, etc., and you're working with your friends, you know, good conference call to be on. I can assure you that I'm not on that call. I would like to be, although it's probably unethical. Still, the red zone here, this is where the whales are selling, and the green zone here, it is where the whales are buying. They know, they're watching. And also, check it out, this is the 200 moving average. We really have not broken that far above or below it. I mean, this is a beautiful run up right here. Now, we have been below it for a bit. If you do look, it does appear to me, at least, that we had a bit of a downtrend. And I think we have actually broken out of that. Let's zero in a little bit further here. And you can see, I think we have kind of broken out of this downtrend. I mean, at least for the moment. So let's see what happens. We did do a bounce. It was looking kind of dismal there for a short bit of time. Did a bounce here at the bottom of the range, as I call it. But basically, it was also at the bottom of the RSI cave where we've also bounced before. And you can also see here we've bounced there, found resistance, and we kind of found resistance here too, although we didn't quite make it to the top of the RSI cave. I definitely do think if you look at this ranging pattern, you can definitely see where the RSI cave to some extent does come into play. If you can't see it clearly, let me actually just nix all this stuff. And sorry, it probably still doesn't help too much. I need to make this a little bit more apparent. But the RSI cave, as you can see, as we are arranging, does come into effect. So let's look at a little bit of a shorter piece of it. Sorry about that. A shorter time frame right here, a little bit more clearly. As you can see, what sort of happens is you get these bounces, bottom of it, top of it, bottom of it, top of it. You know, we wrote it down. Eventually bounced there. Then we got rejected here. We bounced here. What's going to happen here? Most likely, probably going to get, rejected. And what else is right there? This is a 45-minute chart. Once again, we are below the 200 moving average, the white moving average here. We are below the 314 moving average. That's the blue one there. The 200 is below the 314. That's never very healthy, really. But we are making a bit of a push. We are seeing the possibility of a downtrend has maybe been broken out of. Very, very well could be. Also, you can see an uptrend forming here. If we want it to be a little bit optimistic and zoom in a little bit, you could actually look at it sort of like this. This is being kind of optimistic, but I'm going to go for it. Parallel channel, bam, boom. Do we have a channel going on? Let's see what happens. The real trick here is, one thing I do like to see is right here, you see the blue diamond there. That means that all the EMA ribbons, the green ones there, when all the EMAs are red, it is bearish. When they're all green, it's bullish. So basically, we just turn all the EMAs red. And I think that if you go here to bitcoindailyview.com, you can find Madrid. Yeah, Madrid moving average ribbon is right there. And you can find that indicator. And also here's RSI cave right there. Those two are just, I think essential items to have. All right, now let's go back to the action here. So here's the moving average. The moving average is also kind of hanging out right there at the top of the RSI cave. So we're going to make it through that or not? Probably not. It probably already has been rejected right there and bounced. We'll probably visit the bottom of the RSI cave again and then move off of that. And why do I say that? Well, because it won't play today, but the Bitcoin trading volume is just pure shit. It's not even 3 billion. And it was really I think not even 2.5 billion. And the spot trading is really low. Derivatives is really low. So really, we just don't have volume. It's a weekend. It's New Year's Day. Happy New Year's, everybody. But pretty much, we just don't have, I think, the volume right now as far as retail to make much happen. Although we are in a gradual uptrend, but it's probably not going to make it past the moving average or the top of the RSI cave. We are probably going to do something like this. Just and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens as we move into Monday. It's a holiday weekend. It is New Year's Day. It's Saturday. People are just sort of hungover, or they're just whatever. I mean, it's time off. You've got people traveling. Christmas is over, but Christmas ain't quite over really until New Year's Day. Now New Year's Day is a Saturday. Of course, Sunday is tomorrow. We could see a weekend rally, but most likely, and this is just pure 100% high octane speculation, not financial advice. I think Monday we're going to see a move towards the upside if we're going to see it. I'm kind of curious. I really have to admit that I'm happily hedged out a little bit. I mean, we are up a crap ton in 2021. I mean, we were down at what 12,000 in 2021. Now we're up. I mean, we definitely have made some money here. But this, ranging sideways action is funny. We didn't make some of the highs that people thought by the end of the year. So just very, very curious. Are we going to? We're looking at a bear cycle for 2022 or a bull cycle? Well, let's look at the daily. Okay, the daily here is quite interesting. I did this Fibonacci sequence here. I'm looking at this wick back on September 21st, and if you look, we are right here on the daily chart. Given a lot of our run up back since then, we're at the 786 fib level. Definitely a respectable place to bounce, and the last place you want to bounce. Also, we have paid a lot of attention to the 618 golden pocket. but we did not quite keep it. Bam, there's a 6.8 pocket. We have been in there, but we could not quite maintain it. Now we're down at the 786. This is the last place you want to be, unless you're going to bounce from there. So we're either giving it all back and who knows what's up, or we are not. Now, what I like seeing right now on the daily chart, we were about to cross a negative MACD cross, but we didn't. The tangent has turned upwards to the MACD. The signals, the MACD, the blue is moving away from the signal. Histogram's opening in the right direction. That's bullish. That's really, really good. This MACD's got a shit ton of room to move up if it can just keep that upwards momentum going. I mean, like, look back here when we got down to a nice low on the MACD. In daily MACD, I don't care if people want to say I'm an old timer and I use an abacus to trade with. I don't give a shit. You can kiss my ass. The MACD really is a powerful indicator. So look at some of these MACD crosses in the back, especially when you're down here in below the heartbeat or the mid range, as I call it. Look at that cross there. Boom, we had a nice run up. Look at this cross here. Boom, a nice, beautiful run up. This cross here, boom, beautiful run up. We're in the right place to have a positive cross and a beautiful run up. We certainly could. So really, it's all about 2022. Are we going to enter this January bullish or bearish? Right now, we are so in no man's land, to be honest with you, I think. But 786 bounce, very, very possible. And what's better about the 786 right there? That is the 200 moving average. So moving average, we are challenging that. We need to get our asses above that Bitcoin, or I fear, especially with this shitty volume, we're going to see a drop below it. Then maybe we're giving it all back. You know, I'll see you guys at 39,000. We'll reflect on life at that point, see what's left of our crypto holdings. Anyway, let's see what happens. Looking at a 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart is below the 200 moving average. I don't dig seeing that too much, but looking at the MACD, check that out though. MACD was going across negative, powerful positive trend upwards. Histogram's going in the right direction. Let's look at the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart tends to, for the MACD, show a really, really interesting momentum. Yes, it's positive. So 2 hours positive, 4 hours positive daily. Tangent was going to go negative, but it turned positive. 2 hours getting ready to challenge that 200 moving average. Looking at the 45-minute chart for immediate price action, I do think there's a good darn chance, I think, that we have broken out of a downtrend. Boom, maybe so. Need to get above that 200 moving average and make some waves here. Let's see if we can hold on to that positive Madrid ribbons, EMAs being all green. That would be nice. Right now, with the volume that we're seeing, I wish it would show up here on Bitcoin trade volume. Come on, back. Let's see it. Nope, it's not going to play. I just don't see it doing much right now, but it's a holiday weekend. Let's see what happens. So anyway, guys, just be ready for anything. You know, we really, this is just kind of a, slightly boring moment. So like I say, I don't want to do all those boxes again, but we have been ranging for almost a month. Really, I truly do. When I do find that these ranges like that, these sideways ranges, especially when they start running for like a month, if you do like look at on-chain analysis, which I do some and such like that, you're going to find that the big money is buying and selling, shorting, longing, based on the top and the bottom of basically right here, which I will not draw all those things again because it's a pain in the ass. But basically, this is no man's land, and they are buying, they're selling the top and they're buying the bottom over and over again. They're accumulating. And oftentimes, like I say, that conference call where you've got somebody putting those like, $100,000, sells via market orders in to get the price down, or buys to get it up, one after the other, while other people are longing and shorting. It's a coordinated effort. I don't want to say I can't prove it, because if you do enough on-chain analysis, etc., you kind of can see it. But with that said, high octane speculation. I think that this is not that big of a deal. We have ranged before. We're rolling into 2022. We did not hit some of the all-time highs that people thought that we would, but we are in a ranging pattern, and we shall see what happens. In general, when we range for a while like this, I have found, and I could go and look at a daily chart and go back like 2 years or something like that. But if you do, I've done it before, but I don't feel like doing it again. I should have screenshotted it. But basically, maybe we can talk that guy Biffy into doing it for us again. He did it before. Also, if you look, when we do these month or 2 month ranges like this, usually we boom afterwards because the big money has made mega shit tons of money, right? And so they've been accumulating long and shorting. They're gonna boom. I mean, they're looking for some big gains there. Although the way they play things, they make big gains here, you know. So with that said, let's look at something interesting. Also, how about crypto squares? Yeah, it looks better. Crypto squares here, mostly red, a little bit of green in the market. Nothing that is green that I have seen is very, very, very green today. I have seen some alts do little spurts, but nothing too spectacular. Okay, so let's look over here at Tech Dev on Twitter. Okay, this guy did some cool stuff, and I sort of like it. Okay. He talked about a November and December missed calling model invalidation. Tech Dev. I linked to this tweet. I put it in the show description, so definitely check that out if you so desire. Very, very, very worth it. Go and check this out. But basically, he gets into what he saw, how it didn't quite turn out, but he still thinks that we're in the running for a move up. It just didn't quite happen as quickly as he thought, in his time frame. And then he did actually mention down here very humbly, my absolute respect. My absolute respect and admiration for those that have called for a longer cycle for quite some time. These guys here, these are some new follows from me on Twitter, and I think that definitely they are worthwhile. But if you look at this guy's model, he makes an incredible case for the first halving cycle, second halving cycle, and third halving cycle. We just haven't taken off yet. It makes sense. And really, either Bitcoin's gonna or it ain't. And I mean, if you have that, I don't know. It's sort of like faith. I think that we're going to see what happens. It's a new year. We didn't hit the all-time highs that we were yet. Looking at this model here, well, let's see what happens. Everybody, hedge accordingly. I think one thing I learned in 2021, and I've learned probably the last 5 years of trading, but I learned it even more in 2021. I learned it more every year. Trade the chart, not the ideal. I mean, I love Bitcoin. I think we're going to see a run up after this. I don't, you know what I mean? It's getting a little boring. This is when we all just start to make our fishing lures and get into our hobbies and do other things, because this is a hard range to trade. It really kind of is. If I saw a strong break above the 200 moving average, would I really want to get into that right now? Probably not, but if you were to get into something like this, let me do my little forecast. Yeah, forecast. If you were gotten into this break here, you probably would at most scored 2%. If you'd been ballsy and stayed in longer, you probably could have gotten maybe 4 or 5%. Or if you had seen the losing top of the RSI cave here and coming down, maybe you gotten 6%. Those are all very, very good trades, but a lot of volatility here because if you don't have a trailing take profit in, you can definitely get caught in a move like this and just wake up in the morning and go fast, yeah, shit, blah. So anyway, guys, Ethereum versus USDT, flaccid, bland as crap. Look at that. I mean, it's kind of been ranging too, but not quite as elegantly. I don't think people are quite playing Ethereum the same way. It wants to challenge the 200 moving average, but it certainly has not yet. It cannot yet. Let's look at this chart here that we've been looking at on a 30-minute chart. 30-minute chart's interesting for Bitcoin. I know we're looking at very, very immediate price action, but we do see a break above the 200 moving average, a bounce to the top of the RSI cave, and will this 30-minute chart actually find support on the 200 moving average and continue moving up? Could be. Anyway, guys, is there anything that looks interesting here? Sol, I don't see any big numbers. I don't see anything really, really making big moves right now that I can see. Let me look at, for fun before we go, let's look at SHIB because I love it. SHIB versus USDT. Yes, USDT. SHIB on Binance. How's it looking? It's shit. SHIB is shit. So many odds are like this. Really, like I say, with my personal trading strategy, I really don't like to get into things until they kind of have a move like this. And then I'm going to, if indicators look good, I'll ride that thing up. Or maybe I'll get in if the indicators look strong and some other secret stuff that I can't talk about that I see happening. Looks good, then I will maybe hop in here. And when I say secret stuff, here's the thing. Just as we wrap things up, there's two things I want to mention, two things that helped me greatly. I need to actually resubscribe to Trade Genius because they're a good bunch and they have amazing indicators. And I'm going to start actually, when I do these, showing the Trade Genius indicators to have charts with just their indicators, because really, whether you're very experienced and you have your own trading methodology, or you want to enhance trading methodology, or you don't know anything, you want to get in the market, they have indicators, a lot of efforts put into those, and they do keep them updated, and you can just trade like their profit ribbon and such like that. I'm going to start incorporating that so you guys can see like what's happening there, because it's a great way to trade, and a great group, and they got signals. It's all good. It's in my show description. If you join, I don't get anything for that other than love. Just mention me if you so desire. And of course, another group is Blockchain Education. They have a very, very formal trading methodology. It's expensive to be a member monthly. Not going to kid you, but if you join for a month or two, watch all the videos on the trading methodology, you will have a knowledge that will serve you for life. And if you stay a member, well, you're only going to get more out of it. Personally, I belong to both, and I wouldn't do without either. So 2022, if you want to take like trading to the next friggin' level and make shit tons of money, regardless of whether we are in a bull or a bear market, if you join those groups, Trade Genius may have a more approachable expense, cost up front in the beginning. And so maybe that's your first one to join, but if you can belong to those groups, it will help you mega shit tons to make mega shit tons of money. It does me really without that collaborative effort without the live chat and the collaboration on charts and things like that, and the signals that both of them kicked out, which I don't really trade signals, but they are helpful. And they are definitely helpful to people who are just learning, helps them get in and make some money. And the Trade Genius indicators are phenomenal to help you out. And of course, the formal trading methodology that you'll learn through Blockchain Education will help you be set. So if you start 2022 having joined those groups, you're going to be, well, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, but you're going to be friggin' set, man. 2022 is going to be a Lambo year for you. With that said, sorry this was so damn long. I wish there was more I could look at to make things interesting. I don't know anything else that are really screaming right now. Let me take a look over here at one of my little scanners that I have. And do I see anything just recently popping off? Sorry, you guys can't see my little scanner. I don't like to share my whole desktop because it just creeps me out. Luna versus USDT. And LTC. Okay, Luna and LTC are far enough on one of my scanners here. So let's look at those real quick before we shove off. So Luna, USDT on Binance. Oh, look at that. Luna, fairly strong indicators. You can see a beautiful little uptrend we got going on here. We are challenging the 200 moving average. We're kind of staying on top of it. We're not at the top of the RSI cave yet, but the 314 moving average is. We'll probably get rejected there, but this could be. How's this looking? Yeah, Luna versus USDT. I mean, ooh, look at that. When Luna, this is a 45-minute chart stretched out over a lot of time. When Luna gets a nice strong cross over that 200 moving average like that in the 314, that's pretty darn nice. It tends to really do a nice run. I mean, look at that. So with that said, this is pretty sexy. Okay. Sorry, I'm having my everybody, machine work. Stop it. Okay. Sorry, wait. Sorry. Hold you up here. I'm having a little bit of a GPU meltdown here. All right, look at that. So when Luna makes a nice strong break above the 200 moving average, I mean, look at that. That's a nice friggin' move each time. So are we seeing that again? We're gonna, whoa, check that out. I like what I'm seeing. I do like what I'm seeing there. That's pretty cool. So maybe we're seeing a nice, powerful breakout like that again. Luna versus USDT, not financial advice, but one to watch. Kind of like a monster truck, monster truck rally. If you're watching Luna, you might be watching the Luna chart and paying for that big office chair, but you'll only need the edge. Yeah. Okay. So, and LTC has been firing off one of my little scanners for a couple times this morning. And I wonder what the crap's going on. LTC, who even cares about LTC anymore? Lightning Network, whatever. Okay, LTC challenging that 200 moving average. The 314's above that RSI cave. You could see a breakout today. These indicators don't look too bad. So, but we definitely have a stressed out stochastic RSI, and we translated by Lazy Bear. Let's look at a 4-hour chart. How's that looking? 4-hour chart, it looks like we could keep going. Definitely the top of the 200 moving average is right there at the top of the RSI cave. So, I would say that you could see a little bit of a run on LTC right now. But if I was to play right now, Luna, or LTC versus each of those against USDT, I would definitely be careful, have a stop, and definitely have a trailing take profit. And because most likely Bitcoin will, as you can see, look, Bitcoin, there's a 30-minute chart. It bounced off the top of that RSI cave. Is it going to stay above the 200 moving average? This is really interesting. If we can get a bounce there and some upward movement, that would be hot. Anyway, with that said, everybody, Bitcoin True Seekers, 2022 is going to be a great year. Let's play the market up. Let's play it down. Let's make money regardless of what happens. It's really an interesting make or break moment right now. What's Bitcoin going to do? Are we entering the year bullish or bearish? I think we're going to see right now. I tend to lean towards bullish, actually. But we shall see. And remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit, evil globalist who, man, if they ain't being evil as ever last year, 2021, and I'm sure they ain't gonna let off in 2022, it makes them cry and it fucks up their plans. So, amen. Stack sats and chill, as CryptoLark says. Take care.